Okay, we're going to be doing number 4 and 5 on page 639. So it says, find the sum of the first 7 terms. And your question is, where did the 15/3 come from? So we need to take a look at the first 2 terms. So there's where the 15 came from, and there's where the 3 came from. So you divide any 2 consecutive numbers. So 15 divided by 3 is 5. And then at this point, I just plug them into the formula. So the formula says, what is my first number, which is 3, 1 minus my common ratio, which we just figured out is 5, all over 1 minus my common ratio. So it's going to be, 5 to the power of 7. So 3 times, and 1 minus 5 to the power of 7 is 78,125. And 1 minus 4 is negative 4. So if you simplify that, you're going to get 58,593. And again, all of the work here is also done on page 639. Take a look at the next one. Okay, when you're looking at an infinite series, so you asked, how do you know going in the right direction when it comes to finding the limit formula? So the next one is actually not an infinite series. So this one tells you you're finding the first 11 terms. So my first term is 0.3 to the first power, and I get the 1 from there. And then my common ratio happens to be the same, so my next number is going to be 0.3 times 0.3, which is 0.09. And this time I'm going to use the same formula, so 0.3 over 1 minus 0.3 to the 11th term, all over 1 minus 0.3. Again, all this is on page 639. If you simplify all that and they rounded, you're going to get 0.42857. And then the last thing he said is converting fractions to decimals, or decimals to fractions. So let's take a look at an example of that one. So this is actually an infinite series. So I'm just going to make a problem up. So let's say 3.65 repeating. Okay. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to make x equal 3.65. And then since there are 2 decimal places, I'm going to say this is 10 to the second power. So I'm going to multiply x times 100. So I'm also going to multiply the 3.65 repeating times 100. So when I do that, I get 365, and then 0.65 still stays in there, because when I move that decimal place 2 places, I'm going to still have that 0.65 because it keeps repeating. I'm going to subtract off my original x, and then 0.65 subtract out. 365 minus 3 is 362, and then 100 minus x is 99x, and then divide. So my answer would be 362 divided by 99. If you got questions about infinite series, send me another email, because I'm not sure exactly what you meant about those. And then the last one you have, come on. So they put the 0.78 in front because what's really happening here is if you add up all of these, and remember adding 2 decimal places each time, we put all these together, you get 0.78 repeating. So every time, since both of these are repeating, since we have this repeating up top, that means every single time it's moving 2 decimal places. So from here, I go 2 decimal places, 1, 2. From here, I go 2 decimal places, 1, 2. And that's why it keeps moving. And we keep adding more zeros in front of each one.